Hi guys, today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about eBay. And the first thing I want to address is how you can get instantly paid with eBay. And the second is I want to tell you what I sold. So stay tuned. Hope you're doing well, guys. This is Cindy Cross with Thrift and Thrift. If you didn't know, welcome back to my channel. And today I wanted to discuss something that I was so happy to see that eBay is finally doing, and that is allowing you to get your money instantly. In the old days, we got to get paid instantly through PayPal, and then managed payments came along, and then we had to wait our 1 to 3 day window, and you never got paid on the weekends, which I didn't really love. I got used to it, but I like PayPal. You can get your money any day of the week. And I was on my payment, I believe it was my payment page on eBay. They said get paid instantly. And so I clicked on that, and what you have to do is you have to upload your debit card statement for your bank. I don't do what I did. The first thing I did is I uploaded my bank account statement, and then they rejected that and they say upload the correct documentation. And then I realized they wanted my debit card statement, so I had to do a little searching on my website, my bank website, because I'm like, debit card statement, but I have US Bank, so I found a place that I could click on debit card, and then it showed the debit card, which is linked to the bank account, and eBay wants you to print that out. They don't want the values, so I put little labels over the values, and then they want some other information. They have a clear list about what they want you to upload. So what I did is I scanned that, and then I saved it as a document, and then I uploaded it to them. I guess if you guys don't have a scanner, you're probably going to have access to one, because they said they don't want a photograph of it. So, or maybe you could save it directly to your computer from your bank maybe, and use that as your upload. But it took a few days, but eBay approved it. So now I have payments going directly to my bank account. Yay! It's only been a couple times, so I don't know if it's going to happen over the weekend, but I really hope it will. It's just so nice to have your money instantly. I don't like waiting that day to, for me, if let's say they're going to pay me I get the notification of the payout on Monday, I'll get it on Tuesday. But if it's a Friday, I'll get it on Monday. And if it's over the weekend, like Saturday or Sunday, I get on a Tuesday. So I was always having to wait for my money. Oh, you guys see my cats? That is my photograph table that my cats are sitting on. I just surrendered it to them. It's just like, I did get some pictures taken, but then they get on there, and then okay, I guess I'm taking pictures of clothes because I have wall space for that, but they're actually on my photograph table. So, oh well, the things we do for our cats, our pets. See, there's Oliver. Hi, Oliver. Oliver. Hi, buddy. Love those cats. And I got my little cat over here too. So wanted to share that with you guys. If you didn't know, make sure you go onto your page. I was going to show it to you, but I actually don't have that page anymore because I've already set up debit cards. But it's something like get paid faster. Click here, then you click on that, and eBay will tell you exactly what they need from you to set up debit card payments. So much nicer getting paid instantly through a debit card than waiting on the bank account. Now, some people may not care because they don't need the money, or they don't mind waiting. But for me, oh, they're going to start playing. You guys get a show into what my cats do. They're very entertaining. John and I will be watching TV, and then we just stop and look at the cats. Hi, Oliver. He wants to be a part of this. That's Sparta, and that's Oliver. He's a showbiz cat. All right. So anyway, I wanted you guys to do that. If that's something you want to look into, make sure you get on your eBay account and click on that link that says get your payments faster and do what you need to do to get your payments faster. Because don't we all want to get paid as soon as we can? I mean, we made the sale. Why wouldn't we want to get paid as soon as possible? So that was the one thing I want to tell you guys. And then I wanted to share with you some of my $20 and over sales. I did also want to talk about the slow sales. It was slow for me for a couple weeks, and I was getting kind of discouraged. Even though I know eBay is cyclical, this happens all the time. Over the 21 years I've been selling, I'll get a lot of sales and then I'll slow down, and then I'm like, oh, is it ever going to pick up again? And it always picks up, so I don't know why I would complain. But so what I did is and it's hard to keep listing when you're not getting the sales. I know it's tough, but you got to do it. You just got to buck up and do it. So one thing I want to tell you guys about me getting more sales, and I don't know if this is a direct correlation or not, but I changed all of my listings to a 5% promoted listing. I was promoting per what eBay recommended on each one, which could be anywhere from 3% to 10%. And then I was watching Mel from Australia, her YouTube channel, Back from Burnout. She's awesome. If you guys want to check her out, she's a kick. I love her. She was saying she promoted all her listings 5%. So I thought, well, I'll try that. And it seems like the sales started to pick up once I did that promotion. So you guys might want to try that out. I definitely recommended promoted sales. Yes, you do have to pay a percentage to eBay, but it's totally worth it because they show your items on that first page, which you want your items to be on that first page. When people click on searching on the search, it's the first page of search. So you definitely want to be on that first page of search. And that's what promoted listings does. And they also kind of put you up at the top, and they give you kind of like a bigger listing, and they'll say promoted on there. But yeah, you definitely want to do promoted. It's up to you what you want to promote. If you want to anywhere from 1% to 20%, whatever you don't want to do that high. But I've done 5%. Then I've also promoted via what eBay, they'll give you a suggestion on these listings. We suggest you promoted this percentage, but you don't have to do that. You could type in whatever you want. So I've been doing 5%, and lo and behold, I start getting the sales. And I will say that my sales are not huge. I'm getting the $10 to $15 sales mostly in between there. And I think that has a lot to do with the economy. People are being frugal. They're not spending as much money. But if you get a lot of those smaller sales, it adds up. So now I'm actually back on track to where I was because I'm getting a lot of the smaller sales. But I thought I would share with you that, the sales that for like $20 and up. I'm not getting a lot of those, but I will get them as I continue to source and find those, higher dollar items. So the first thing I want to share with you guys, and I just wrote these down, I will pop up on the screen the information on the listing and what it sold for. I'll tell you where I got it and how much I paid. This Black & Decker food processor, I pulled that out of storage when we moved everything from our Portland storage to our Pendleton, Oregon storage, where we're living now. I've gone through and I continue to go through everything to see if there's something I'm not using that I could sell. I'm doing a lot of that. In fact, I just pulled out my girlfriend Donna, who used to work at Disneyland. She gave these to me several years ago. Oops, ding. And then she gave me the Tinkerbell one. I love Tinkerbell, but I'm like, I was using these, but I thought I'd rather sell these on eBay. I actually don't know what they're worth, but I will find out. And one of them has a little chip on it, but it's Disney. I've been selling some Disney things lately. I've sold like 2 shirts like for $20-something, and actually don't have that on my list, but that's okay. Decker food processor for $20, got that free. out of my storage. So that's another thing. If you guys haven't been looking around your house for stuff to sell, you should do that. For me, it's a continual thing. If I'm not using the item and I don't want to save it, it's getting listed. It's just my mentality these days. Don't want to be a hoarder. Don't want to be, I do have hoarding stuff downstairs. That's stuff that I'm hoarding, that I'm keeping. We got a basement where I store a lot of things, and we also have personal storage room. But I'm really thinning that out. So what I'm actually storing is just stuff I really need or will use at some point. Okay, then I sold this LG Infinium wireless headphones for $90. You guys, this was another free item. The previous tenant had left a bunch of things in the basement, and one of them were these headphones. I couldn't believe it, and I looked them up. They're worth 90 to 100 bucks. I listed them. They sold within a day for 90 bucks. Free. I love when people leave stuff. That you move into a place and they leave stuff from, that they don't want anymore. And that one was happened to be very valuable. They left also a bunch of games. I've listed about 3 of them. The rest of them got donated. They're not really worth much. I don't like that they put duct tape on the sides. All the games were used. And so when you lift up the duct tape, it takes a part of the packaging of the game away. But oh well, that's fine. So the other thing I sold is this vintage Spalding baseball glove. John picked this up at a thrift store not too long ago. I'd say 2 to 4 weeks ago. Listed it for $50. A guy bought it right away. Then he got it and he said it didn't fit his hand. Well, this is a really old Spalding vintage baseball glove. It's very worn. It's really just meant to be a collectible. And John's like, why is that guy?
It's a Yogi Berra.
Oh, Yogi Berra. Okay, John said it's a Yogi Berra glove. That's why it's so valuable. And then the guy said it didn't fit. We're like, why is he using it? We just thought he was going to put it in his collection and look at it, not use it. And then I got it back. He returned. I got it back. I refunded his money. And then I listed it, and somebody asked me for the size again. And I'm like, well, it's kind of small. John put it on. It fit his hand, but I thought, well, maybe just people want to use it. And then it sold again, but it sold for $40, so a little less. But that's okay. I was just happy to sell it. So look for those vintage baseball gloves, or a lot of the even newer gloves are worth a lot. And they sell year round. They sell more during the summer, during baseball season, but and fall. But yeah, be looking for those when you're out. Then I got this Philips wireless phone jack. I think John got that again. And he's over there. That's why I said that. And I probably paid $5, sold it for 22. Those sell very quickly for us. If you guys ever see the wireless phone jacks, I always get the ones that are sealed. Now, some of the packaging was ripped, but that's okay. It's still a new product. It was just, I just say, torn package from storage, $22 on that. So that was good. And then the last thing I share with you guys is I sold this souvenir spoon rack. It's the second one I sold. This one was in a shape of USA, the United States. It was really cool. Got that for $2 from the thrift store. Sold it for 25 within a week. And I'd sold one previous that was just a regular souvenir spoon rack. And what I did is I had souvenir spoons I've been trying to sell on eBay for a while, and I paired the spoons with the spoon rack. I think I sold that for 25 to 30. And that sold pretty quickly too. So people are looking for souvenir spoon racks because they have those souvenir spoons. So they want to display those. So be looking for those, you guys. That's all the what solds I want to share with you for now. I did have a lot of little ones. If you guys want me to share those in the future, I sure can. I just wanted really to show you what to look for that you can get at least a $20 bill for. And of course my profit's a little less than that, but eBay takes anywhere from 10 to 13% depending on the category, so you can kind of do your own math there. I'm not a good math girl. I'm more an English girl, not a math girl. It seems like people are either they love and do well in English or math, but there's the in-between too. But yeah, I'm the writer. I love the English. Look at my cats, you guys. Look at them. It's so awesome. and they're on film. So I hope you guys are enjoying that. Really settling into our home. We've been still going through storage and bringing things into the house and sorting through all of that. And like I said before, you guys, I recommend you go through all your stuff. If you have things in storage, or if you have things in your attic or basement, or just in your home, if you're not using it, you don't think you'll ever use it, or you don't want it. Some of these things are just collectibles. Like I had a lot of collectibles that I don't really need. I have a lot of hutch items. I haven't gone through all those because we don't even have our hutch in our our home right now. We don't have enough room for it. So when we move again, we'll bring the hutch. But yeah, be looking for that stuff. It's always best to sell things, and this is a duh, but sell things that are free, that you are the own, or somebody gave you, or you found. That's just going to ensure that you get the most profit. Oh, and John and I discovered a new TV show. It's called Final Offer, and it's really cool. It's people bring in these valuable items, and there's 4 guys that are wealthy, and they go into the rooms and they try and get the most they can from each person. But if you say no to the first person, you lost out on that deal. You go to the next room. If you say no, you have 4 chances. And this one lady had a Marilyn Monroe dress that she wore in the last movie she was in, and she wanted $1 million for it. She paid $57,000 for it, I think, on eBay. Complete was on eBay. She just got it a few months ago, and she wanted $1 million. And one guy was willing to pay her $500,000, and she said no. And all the other guys didn't want to pay that high, so she lost out. And I would kicking myself. I think I would have taken the 500 grand because she still made a ton of profit. I think she's looking at the price that a collector's going to pay, not an investor. I mean, these guys, they're not investors. They're resellers themselves, so they would buy the item to resell it. So it's a very interesting show. It's on Discovery Plus, and you guys, if you don't know about Discovery Plus, you should really look into it. It's only $5 a month, I believe. $5 to $7 a month. Really inexpensive. Great viewing content. Love that. And we also signed up for Peacock, and that's $9.99 a month. And looking into Paramount too. I haven't done that yet, but I also watch. So we watch a lot of shows on those 2 venues, and then we also watch Netflix and Amazon, of course, too. And Netflix, I've been watching The Sinner with Bill Pullman, and it's really enthralling. It's a very good show. And I pay for Netflix with my phone every month. I have a $75 phone bill through T-Mobile, and the $15 is included in the bill for Netflix. So that's really nice. So if you guys have any questions or comments, please feel free. I'm just wanted to encourage you to keep listing, to not get discouraged. There's going to be slow times, always. It's just the way eBay is. So don't let that get you down. Keep listing. Try that 5% promotion thing if you want. List quality items. I look up every item unless I've sold it before and I know it's already going to sell. And try and, when you do list, be quick about it. I mean, I know I watch Daily Refinement Chris from that channel, and he times all his listings, and he gets everything done within like 4. Well, he's not on eBay. He got banned on eBay for selling high-end sneakers. He's hoping to get back on it, but he is a 7-figure seller, and he sells on Whatnot. And I think he has his own website too. So I really like his information. But he times each of his listings and, gets it all done. Boom, boom, boom. That's not the way I work. I have a whole day to work. So I get it in within my 6 to 8 hours. I get my listings in. I've been at probably about 7 listings a day. Like to get that up to more. And then I've been selling anywhere from 2 to 7 a day. It all depends. And the sales come anytime. It's amazing. I love waking up. You got sales. You get sales while you sleep. And I had some returns. So you got to watch out for those returns. Some of them were not my fault. There's a couple things that items that didn't fit the person, and I've gotten them back and resold them already. I haven't had an international return, which is kind of unheard of. People usually don't want to pay the postage, but this person did return it to me, so I relisted. I haven't sold it yet, but yeah, the returns kind of get discouraging. Don't let them discourage you. It's part of the business. Everybody gets returns. I don't care who you are. If you sell on eBay, you're going to get returns. So you just want to make sure it's not an INAD, which means item not as described. You don't want to get those. You want to make sure when you list your items, you are describing them as much as possible. Be specific. Note all the details you can. If there's anything wrong with the item, stains, holes, scratches, whatever, you have to list that. So you just want to make sure your returns are not because of you, something you did, meaning you didn't describe the item correctly, or you didn't disclose something that was wrong with the item, or your pictures didn't show the right color, or they're too dark, or whatever. You just always want to make sure you think about it when you do those when listings. You're putting together the listing about the buyer, because they can't see the item in person. So they want to know what it looks like from all sides. If there's anything wrong with it, they want to know the color, they want to know the brand. If it's clothing, you got to take a picture of the tag. For clothing, I do about 12 photos. If it's hard good, could be anywhere from 5 and up. It depends. Take very good pictures. Make sure your lighting is good. If your lighting is not good in your office or where you do your pictures, go outside. Get natural lighting. Just like if I can't get the right picture quality in my office, I go somewhere else. I go somewhere else in the house, or I go outside. You just gotta make it look good. And if for some reason you can't get the right color, because sometimes that happens, it'll be a certain color, green or blue or something like that, and so I'll just put in the listing, please note, color of the item is this, even though the photos don't show that, something to that effect. So people know what they're getting, and then that way you can minimize your returns. Now, there's no way to eliminate returns, unfortunately, because some people are just that way. Like I had one lady, she spent $35 on this kind of like a laundry rack type of thing, and it was new in a box, and she said, did a return through eBay and said, I don't have any room for this. Well, she has yet to return the item, which I'm fine if she doesn't return it. All the other people said they were going to return it, has already returned the item. And as soon as I get the return, usually eBay will send you an email, please refund your buyer now. And I do, or I do it within a day. And then, but even if eBay doesn't send me that, I just go ahead and refund them, because you want to get your people, your customers, their money back as soon as possible. So I hope these tips help you guys. I hope this inspired you. Hope it makes you a better reseller. And that's all I got today. Love your support. If you could subscribe and like, and give me that thumbs up. Share this content. I really appreciate you guys. So that's all for now, and I'll see you next time. Bye, kitties. Bye, you guys.